What's going on, everybody? This is Joe, and I am back for another Kamigawa Neon Dynasty pre-release pack opening. I have done a good number of these already, and if you're not familiar, I have opened more pre-release packs than anybody else here on YouTube. I still keep saying that. I have, in fact, done some quick, research of my own and checked, and I believe very strongly that that is correct. And if anyone has evidence to the contrary, of course, I'm always open to seeing that evidence. But until otherwise, wow, that rolled to the camera to the point where you can't even see it anymore, or you kind of can. It's like right there. But anyway, it's it's right here. We have the D20 with the set symbol as the 20, as they always do. I said I was going to have them. You know what? Give me a second. Okay, that's better. So now, as we can actually see all of the dice that I have from this set so far, I do have at least one of each. In fact, the only ones that I have singles of are the blue and the red at this point. Also in the kit, if you are unfamiliar, building a pre-release deck, so if it's your first time going to a pre-release, you would still have a little bit of help in making a deck. You also have Kaito Shizuki. By the way, if you, for whatever reason, are watching this and have not ever been to a pre-release before, don't worry about it. You should just go. It's very new player friendly, and it is something that if you go, especially to the right store, you can talk to other players at the store or owners at the store and managers, etc., and they should be able to help you out in making decks and stuff as well if that's ever something that you have a question about. Here is the insert that they give you, the divider, so you can divide your deck and your sideboard if you're not playing with sleeves and things like that. You just saw the packs, and we have this little package, which I do not enjoy attempting to open, so we will see how lucky or unlucky I get today. Seemingly not very lucky. Anyway, this contains our code for MTG Arena, which will be given away at some point in this video, as well as our promo foil rare or mythic, which is a Risona Asari Commander. So let's try to take a look here. Very cool. The accents on her armor, as well as a lot of the stuff in the background looks really good in foil. I like that a lot. So cool. So yeah. All right. And I mean, hey, this is a very cool card. It's a 3/3 haste for 3. So, I mean, if we could play this in the Samurai Warrior deck, it gets even better, which of course are the two colors that this is, that are supported in that way. So we have Risona. We have and we have these stand-in cards for the double-faced cards, aka the Sagas. I will obviously take this code for Arena and put it over here somewhere to be given away at a random point in the video. But we will go on to the packs themselves, the reason we are all here. As always, if you're, again, unfamiliar with how I do things over here, if you have a particular deck that, like, jumps out at you as, like, wow, if I opened this sealed, I would definitely play blank, then I want to hear from you about it, so let me know in the comments down below. So we start with a Grafted Growth, Kitsune Ace, Kami of Industry, Kami of Terrible Secrets, a Bamboo Grove Archer, a Network Disruptor, it's a cool one, Aki Ronin, a Seven-Tail Mentor, the Long Reach of Night is my saga, my uncommon saga, which, when it gets to Chapter 3, flips into Animus of Night's Reach. This is, I think, the like the biggest or the largest reference to the former Myojin, the like big monocolored kami from the original Kamigawa block. And this one just is the Myojin of Night's Reach. That's just what it looked like. We have the Futurist Operative as our first main uncommon, Anchor to Reality as the second, and Walking Skyscraper, very good one, as the third. This could go in any deck theoretically, and is again quite a good card. And so our next rare or mythic is the Restoration of Eganjo. Not a bad card, definitely not like, oh my god, Windmill Slam, best card in the world, but pretty darn good. And to go along with Risona, they share a color. So right now we could absolutely still be in red and white. And as we have seen, we did open some cards that give you benefits for having Samurai and Warriors. The big thing with Samurai and Warriors is, in red and white, is whenever you Samurai or Warrior you control attacks alone, it can get certain benefits from certain cards. And so, yeah, that is pretty good. And this is just a nice support card to go along with that. I believe we have a foil back here. We do. It is a foil common in Ink Rise Infiltrator, which looks pretty cool. Wow, look at those wings in foil. Wow, I like that a lot. Do you like actual tattoo ink or whatever you want to call it? Really good looking in foil. I like how they made that look. That's gorgeous. Okay, not upset with that. Followed behind by a Jungle Hollow and a Human Monk token that can tap for mana. I'm doing it early on this time. If people are unfamiliar with how these codes work for MTG Arena, if you have an Arena account, obviously go to, you can open it up, put this code in, and get 6 packs from the current set. But just as a reminder, only 1 code per account on MTG Arena from a Kamigawa Neon Dynasty pre-release pack. So if you have already used one, or if you have one and you are planning to use it, then don't try to use this one. It will not work for you. Or if you're planning on using one, then the other one will not work for you. And then you're just taking this away from somebody else. But if this one does work for you, definitely feel free to shout out in the comments that you got it and that it worked for you. We would love to congratulate you. And it helps your fellow commenters or viewers to know that somebody has already gotten it and not to bother. But this is our small way of saying thank you for watching all of our stuff. We really hope that you enjoy. Don't forget, we are live every Monday and Friday, 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on this channel. Mondays, for you Magic fans, we are playing MTG Arena, where we play some sealed or draft or what have you from the newest set, in this case, Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. And then on Fridays, we play random video games, whatever it happens to be that we are playing at the time. And right now, we are continuing our playthrough this Friday of, in fact, today, when this video is coming out, of X-Men Legends 2 for the PlayStation 2. So we hope to see you there, and we hope you're enjoying everything that we're putting out on this Geek for All family of channels. This pack starts with an Automated Artificer, a Spell Pierce, love the art on this card, my god, Fade into Antiquity, Arm Guard Familiar, a Dragonfly Suit, whoops, we have an Aki Ember Keeper, interesting. So, I mean, this is like a red card, but it cares more about modified cards, but still, it can definitely go into the Boros-ish deck that we're looking at right now. We have a You Are Already Dead, which is a great card, great art. I actually love it quite a bit, but I'm not really sure if black is being supported by this right now. Behind it, we have an Eganjo Exemplar in the alternate art, which is nice because this definitely goes in the Samurai or Warrior deck. Like that quite a bit. And this alt art is really sick. I really appreciate that. We have a Kami of Restless Shadows as well. An Okiba Reckoner Raid is our Saga card, which, when it gets to Chapter 3, flips into a Nezumi Road Captain. I like most, if not all, of the sagas in the set. I think like Teachings of the Kirin I actually despise. But a lot of the, if not all of the other sagas I really like. I think they stand out to me as being quite good. So yeah, anyway, if anybody cares about that aspect. We have a Generous Visitor as our first uncommon in this pack. Mobilizer Mech, very good card, is our second. And Dockside Chef is our third. No Boros cards in our uncommons, unfortunately. But maybe this rare or mythic helps us out. It is a, wow, yeah, it definitely helps out. It is a Cloud Steel Kirin. It is white. It's an equipment Kirin, and if it gets equipped to something, it basically gets Platinum Angel's abilities. It gains flying, and it says you can't lose the game and your opponents can't win the game. Very, very interesting. I would definitely, I mean, right now, all of our rares share at least, share one color in white. So I would probably still be looking at playing those colors. Behind it, we have another foil. No, we do not. For a second there, I was about to flip out. This card in foil would be sick. I don't even know if they do these cards in foil. I haven't seen. Or maybe they do. But this art is gorgeous regardless. I love these full art lands. They look so, so cool. And we have a pilot token as well for crewing vehicles. Very cool. 4 packs to go, not even halfway through. Our rares have been very nice to us so far. I actually like this card quite a bit. I think if you're too fast, like if we feel like our Samurai Warrior deck, at least for what we're building currently, is too fast, then maybe this doesn't go in, but like, especially in sealed, you should try to play this card. This card is incredible. Thunder Steel Colossus, Careful Cultivation, Network Disruptor again, Spirited Companion definitely goes in any white deck, definitely. Kindled Fury, this one's maybe, I feel like. We have a Reckoner Shakedown, love the colors and the art on this card, my god. Another Fade into Antiquity, a Sunblade Samurai, notably a Samurai, obviously. It's got the channel ability, so if you have it early and you don't have enough land, you can absolutely just channel it, discard it, go get a land. But this would definitely go into our deck that we're making as well. Fang of Shigeki is a good one. Behold the Unspeakable is our saga, our uncommon saga, with, again, amazing art. And when it gets to chapter 3, it becomes a Vision of the Unspeakable. Still amazing art. Just absolutely love it. And again, just a great card. You got to be aware to never become empty-handed as best you can while you have this card in the field, because it will die, unless you can put a +1/+1 counter on it at some point. But still, we have an Acquisition Octopus, Equipment Octopus as our first uncommon. We have a Mech Hanger as the second, and we have a Jukai Naturalist as the third. I don't imagine that we're going to have a ton of enchantments. I mean, maybe sagas and stuff, but I don't imagine we would have a ton of enchantments if we're playing this red-white deck. So we would not I don't think we would try to splash green for this. I don't think it's good enough or necessary enough. And that means we are up to our rare or mythic in this pack, which is Greasefang Okiba Boss. So very different multicolored rare. Again, shares a color in white, so it's possible that we could splash black for this if we had the lands for it and the fixing and etc. But we would also have the need to have the need for it, which would be playing a bunch of vehicles. Now, I've seen a couple of white vehicles, because white tends to want those and have those, but I still don't yet see a need for this, but it's something we can keep our eyes open for if we come across more like really good vehicles. We have a Thornwood Falls, not the fixing that we need, but still fine, and another stand-in card for the double-faced cards. We are halfway through. We have 3 more packs to go. And we have, to start, a Papercraft Decoy. This is a fun one. We have another Spirited Companion. Hell yes. We have another Kindled Fury. I'm sensing a pattern. Reckoner Shakedown. Fade into Antiquity. Arm Guard Familiar. Imperial Subduer. So this is a different one. And another one that gives benefits for Samurai or Warriors attacking alone. We have a Jukai Preserver. Tales of Master Sashiro. I really like this saga a lot. We have a Sky Blessed Samurai, very good card, as our first uncommon. Sorry, I almost forgot that the Tales of Master Sashiro flips into Sashiro's Living Legacy. Like I said, really, really good card. 5/5 Vigilance Haste when it becomes a creature. Very sick. We saw the Sky Blessed Samurai already. Behind it, we saw Historian's Wisdom and a Prosperous Thief, which means our next rare or mythic is a March of Wretched Sorrow. Amazing name, amazing art. Not for this particular deck, but still a really cool card. Interesting. Yeah, I like this card a lot. I think we have another foil back here. We do. And it's, okay. I mean, I talked about the foil swamp earlier, but I talked about it as a full art. Oh, okay. It doesn't look bad in foil. Look at that background. My God. I like that quite a bit. Yeah, a foil basic. I mean, obviously the full art basics from this set are a lot more impressive than the non-full art basics, but that's to take nothing away. This looks really cool. I like it. So behind the swamp, we then have a forest, interestingly enough, and we have a construct token. Okay. Hey, don't forget to check out our other channels as well, linked down in the description box below. If you like video games, check out Video Games for All. You can see me taking my wife Amy through games that she has never played before, which is most, if not all of them. And you can check out Gluten Free for All, speaking of my wife Amy, where she covers gluten-free food reviews as well as cooking. So definitely check all that stuff out. Like I said, links in the description down below. We have a Searchlight Companion, Uncharted Haven, Tamio's Safekeeping, a Mirror Shell Crab, speaking of my wife Amy, loves this creature, adorable, a Golden Tail Disciple, even though it is annoyingly not a samurai or a warrior, I would probably still put it in, a Kami's Flare, I would definitely put this in, removal is always nice and important, we have a Clawing Torment as well, a Jukai Trainee Alt Art. I think this card is fine. I don't love it, but every time, well, not every time, but I've played against it at times where it has been quite annoying. So for that reason, I guess it's just fine. But here's a Jukai Trainee in the Alt Art. Very, very nice. We have a Voltage Surge. I'd be happy to play this one as well. We have our Saga is the Fall of Lord Kunda. See, even this one, right, the creature on the other side that it flips into is Fragment of Kunda, which is fine. It's a 1/3 defender, and when it dies, you draw a card. It's not the most amazing or impactful thing in the world, but this card is 3 mana, exile target creature and opponent controls with mana value 4 or greater. I have no problems with this saga whatsoever. I still think it's just fine. We have a Tawashi Guidebot as our first uncommon. A Circuit Mender is the second. I like this one a lot. And a When We Were Young. I think this one is fine. I don't know what the possibilities are of us controlling an artifact and an enchantment if we are still looking to make this red-white deck. But, I mean, even still, 4 mana, up to 2 of our creatures, each getting +2/+2 until end of turn is not bad. The lifelink makes it even better, obviously. So, that would be pretty cool. And then our next rare or mythic is a Mind Link Mech. Very good card. Not for the deck that we've been trying to make, but I still like it quite a bit. So there's that. Behind it, we have a Swift Water Cliffs and a Samurai Token. Interesting. So, I mean, looking at our rares, obviously white is heavily represented in Risona, the Restoration of Aganjo, and this Cloud Steel Kirin, and the Greasefang. Red, not heavily represented, only with Risona, whereas black standing out because there's Greasefang and March of Wretched Sorrow. Very interesting. We have a Ninja's Kunai. Network Terminal, this is the final pack, by the way. Arm Guard Familiar. Dragonfly Suit, we got another one of these earlier, and it is a white vehicle. Kami's Flare again, very nice. You Are Already Dead again. Tamio's Safekeeping. A Peerless Samurai, so there you go, making our spells cheaper in our second main phase when we attack alone with a Samurai or Warrior, and it's a 2/3 Menace, which is not bad at all. Plus, it's in the alt art, which is a sick, Dutch angle. Is that the proper term for this? I'm not a film guy, but I believe that is correct, that this is on a Dutch angle. But regardless, it looks really cool. Nice alt art there. We have a Moon Circuit Hacker. The Shattered States era is our saga. Again, a red saga. I would absolutely play it. This is looking very good for us. And in Chapter 3, it becomes the Nameless Conqueror. 3/3 Trample Haste. Why not? I would absolutely play it. Covert Technician is our first uncommon. Invigorating Hot Spring is the second. I don't recall if we have a land that we could splash this with, but I would. I absolutely would. And then, because this card's awesome, and then we have Heiko Yamazaki, the General, notably a samurai, notably in red, and cares about or buffs our samurais or warriors that attack alone. Or at least by buffs, I mean gives a special ability when our samurai or warriors attack alone. Very, very cool. Yeah, I think this is kind of a slam dunk, at least so far. Let's see if this last rare or mythic throws a wrench in the works in any way. It is... It does not. I mean, this card is fine, but it's Hidetsugu Devouring Chaos. Again, we've seen some cool black as well. So I do not think it would be wrong if you feel like black should be played in some capacity. Maybe you think Mardu is the way to go. We might have a foil back here as well. I guess I should try to show it all. We do not. Okay. We have planes as well. Very nice. Very, very nice with that full art. And this spirit token that I have not seen before. This thing is sick. What? I love that. Wow, I really love that. Okay. Anyway, we'll move that onto the side. I had not seen that before. And I guess I'll leave you looking at this. So as I was saying before, I would definitely go red, white, samurai warriors, whatever you want to call it. If you feel differently, if you feel like we should try to incorporate black, we've got Greasefang, Hidetsugu, March of Wretched Sorrow. Definitely let me know in the comments down below. And when you say incorporate, or when I say incorporate black, let me know what you feel that means. Does that mean adding black to red and white, or do you think we should just play white and black? Any and all thoughts that you may have, I would love to hear from you in the comments down below. This was a lot of fun, not as spicy as some of the openings that I've had previously, so if you've missed those, definitely check them out, but I'm still having a ton of fun regardless. We have at least 2 more of these to do, so definitely stay tuned. If I didn't say it already, please make sure that you are subscribed and you have that bell rung so that you will make sure that you get notifications whenever any of our videos come out and whenever we go live, as I mentioned earlier, on this channel. So, and again, with the other channels in the description, don't forget to sub and ring the bell there as well. Thank you all so very much for watching. Thank you for all the support for this channel and our other channels. And so, for now, from us here at this Geek for All family of channels, I have been Joe, and as we always say, in whichever video of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody!